Hey there, it's Coach Curl here, and welcome to Monday Mentoring on the Today's Leader podcast. Now, on our latest episode of the podcast, we spoke to Denis Gianoutisos from the Leadership is Changing podcast, and we had a really riveting conversation around leadership and the current impacts that are happening around the world, and also the need, obviously, for better leadership during these trying times. And while it's really clear that the world has changed, and as a result, leadership has changed. One of the really cool things is while some things change, some things do remain clear and constant. So while leadership is changing, absolutely, there are still some traits that stay the same. So as a leader, you must be agile enough and open to change. But one thing that's clear around leadership is that leadership is all about your people. Being focused on people is one thing that should always remain a constant. And guiding your people through change is one of the biggest and most important things that you can be doing as a leader. Being preemptive about change, staying ahead of the curve, staying ahead of your competitors, and keeping abreast and to stay ahead of any potential challenges or issues that are coming your way. That's a leader's role, to be guiding your people through change, navigating through change, and trying to be one step ahead of any potential change that's going to impact you in the world. While the way we do that will change, of course, everyone is unique in their own way. The fact remains that leaders focused on their people will always be needed, welcomed, and valued. And that's not the only thing. So, traits like being really clear with your communication will always be high on the list for leaders. The ability to speak the language that's needed and appreciated by your team is high on every leader's list. What else, you may say? Well, the ability to resolve conflict is one of those constants that we're talking about. The ability to delegate and be clear in your direction is another one of those constant traits. The ability to create alignment to goals and vision is another one of those traits. The leadership skills to create highly engaged teams will always be needed. So while the leadership is changing, absolutely, some traits remain clear and constant and stay the same. These leadership traits will always be a constant, and believe it or not, it's these constants that will help you navigate and negotiate any change that is coming, whether it's affected by you or whether it's being something that's being forced on you by the outside or the external forces. So take stock and don't be scared. Leadership is changing and we need to be agile, we need to be flexible, we need to be able to adapt. But many of your core skilled leadership traits will remain the same. How can you ensure that your key leadership skills are evolving and evident today and tomorrow? So that's your challenge for this week from Monday Mentoring. For the week ahead, review your skill set and make those plans on how you can remain constant with some of those developing skills. Hey, I'm Coach Curl. Thanks for tuning in. I shall see you all again next week. Bye for now.